Kadosh, Boker Or, Masechet Gittin Daf Daled Amud Aleph, 84a1. Says the Gemara, Tanu Rabbanan, we learned to the Braita. Imagine right now he comes and he tells her something even better. This is your get on condition that you get married to Mr. John Doe. Yeah? Or now I could say anything. Right? She's not allowed to, she doesn't get married to that guy. But if she gets married, it doesn't go out. My kama, what does that mean exactly? Amar of Nachman says, Hachi kaman. Harezu loti naselo. Don't get married to him. Shema yomrun neshehem notnim b'matana. If you're going to go and get married to him, people are going to start saying, you know what? They give out their wives as presents. Because that's what he did, Kilo. He went and he gave his wife to a present to this guy because he said, you're divorced on condition you get married to this guy. So, but if she gets married to somebody else, she doesn't go out. So says the Gemara, because of this gezerat chachamim, we're not going to take him out. And we're going to permit Sharina Neshetish Lama, we're going to permit a married woman to the street? What's going on? She went and she got married to somebody else. But one saying, there's only a gezerah. It's only like a decree. But because of that, we're going to permit a Neshetish to the world? But rather, Rav Nachman says, this is what he say. She doesn't get married to him, to this guy, to the John Doe guy. But if she does get married to him, because of the gezerah, we're not going to take him. In the opposite. Not she got married to somebody else. She can get married to somebody else. But if she did get married to this guy, she doesn't need to go out. Why? Because of the gezerah, we don't take her out from this guy. So Elmaleh Rava comes and he says, lo, to this guy who says she's not allowed to get married. Somebody else she could get married. She has to be mekayim the Tanai. She wasn't mekayim the Tanai. The Tanai was that you're only divorced if you get married to this Mr. John Doe. She didn't fulfill the Tanai. If you're going to tell me if she could get married and then divorced, and then she could be mekayim the Tanai. We'll have to plead the 1 second, but this is arguing on Rabbi Yehuda that he says that we're not going to suspect that at the end you're not going to be mekayim the Tanai. The Yitmar that was stated, if right now a person comes and makes a shavua, if he's going to sleep today, if he doesn't sleep tomorrow, Amar Rav Yehuda says, don't sleep today, because maybe you're going to sleep tomorrow. You understood? Meaning, since you don't know what's going to happen the next day, don't do it today, because you're making depend upon tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow you're going to sleep, and then today what you did was asur. We saw that. We saw that. Rav Nachman says, no, you could. We're not going to suspect that you're going to sleep tomorrow. So says the Gemara, can you compare both cases? Hatam over there, to do the Noder Milishon, Bedidei Kaima. Everything is talui in him, if the Tanai is Kayam or not. Because if a person wants, he could come and put pricks, thorns and things like that, and then he won't go to sleep. He won't fall asleep. But here, we're talking about, right, it's talui b'lid garesh. But rather Rava comes and he says, Harezu lo tinaseh. What does that mean, Harezu lo tinaseh? Lo velo la'acher. Not to him and not to others. Lo tinaseh shemiru neshutehem notrim b'matana. They're going to give it in a matana. Ula'acher lo tinaseh, and don't get married to somebody else, right? Because you have to be mekayim the Tanai. If she does get married to this guy, he doesn't go out. But la'acher, she does have to go out. To buy a lekumi Tanai, she has to fulfill the Tanai.
She's stuck.
Yeah, she's stuck. We learned in accordance to Rava. Okay, exactly. The bright, exactly like Rava. Okay? And if she did get married to this guy, she doesn't have to go out because of the gezerah. We don't take her out. But she got married to somebody else, we do take her out because she did not do the Tanai. This sounds good. Go up to the moon. This is your get if you go up to the rakia. Or go down to Geinam. Go down to the Teom, to the abyss. Right? Or you're going to swallow a reed which is 4 amot long. A reed. Okay? Or you bring me a kaneh which is 100 amot long. Or you have to go with your feet through the Yam Gadol. That goes through the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Ocean with your feet. Right? And no get, it's not a get. This is a get. Huh? So Kal Amar Rabbi Yehuda ben Tema, Kol Tanai she'ef shalo lekaymo besofo, v'itna lav mitchilato, eno ela k'mafliga b'dvarim. He says, if you have a Tanai, that you already know that you cannot be mekayim the Tanai. It doesn't exist. So therefore, he says it's like ki'ilu, that the guy's just saying things to cause her to suffer, and therefore there's no t'nai, and therefore it's a good get. That's a shita of Rabbi Yehuda ben Tema. It's actually a very good shita, no? Because that means we say that ki'ilu, that there's no problem.
There is a stupid movie in France.
Now what? Nachman Amar Rav says of Nachman name of Rav. Alacha Rabbi Yehuda ben Tema. Alacha Rabbi Yehuda ben Tema. Amar Nachman Yitzchak Matid. You could even deduce from the Mishnah. Diktani kol she'efshar lo lekaymo b'sofo v'yitram v'tchilato t'nao kayam. Ha'i efshar t'nao batel shema mina. So it's proof. Mefurash. I mean, basically, if it's going to be a t'nai, which is like these crazy conditions, nada. Yeah, right away, she get married, no problem. So they're going to ask the question, what happens if he comes and he says, you know what, this is your get, on condition you eat pig, you eat pork. Yeah? Amar Abaye says, this is the case of Rabbi Yehuda ben Tema. Rav Amar, no, no, let her eat, and let her get lashes. And therefore she should be Mekayim the Tanai. Meaning, according to the first Shita, which was Abaye, he said, no, you can't do it. Huh?
Yeah.
But according to Rava, he said, no, let her eat it. She gets lashes, but then she's divorced. So according to Abaye, klal, right? That means when he says the klal, the general rule of Rabbi Yehuda ben Tema was la'atuye b'sar chazir was coming to include by b'sar chazir. But according to Rava, when he said kazeh, it comes to exclude b'sar chazir. Because really, you could do it. So Meitvei, so we're going to ask a question. Imagine he comes and he says, you know what? This is your get on condition that you have relations with so-and-so. Nitkayim atrai is a get. If she was mikayim the trai, it's a get. And if not. That you're not going to have relations to my father or your father. And choshim, we're not going to suspect shemani v'lalen, that she did really bemet have, we're not going to suspect that that it's going to be like that. And therefore what? And therefore, she's permitted to get married immediately. Because we're not going to suspect that she's going to have relations with the father-in-law or the father. Okay, v'ilu, but that she should have relations with her father or his father. Look, Tani, we never taught that. But that's a sur lekaimo. So according to Abaye, it's good. According to Rabbi, it's a question. Why? Let her have relations, and then that's it. And then let her get killed or let her get lashed or whatever it is. You understand? Rabbi said, no. You could eat it and you could get lashes. Okay, so they're going to think that it's maybe because of money. Now she got money and she had relations with the guy. But for the father and the father-in-law, the dida kaima, right? He says, is it depending upon her? Even if she's going to do an isur, they're just going to do an isur. Meaning she could want to do it, but the father or father-in-law are not going to want to do it. So it depends upon them. Meaning basar chazid depends upon her. She's going to eat the treif, the terefa or not. But the other one has to be somebody else also has to agree. Why would they want to do this isur? So the Rava is coming to include lava vivich. Kazeh lemiut basar chazid. Right? But according to Peidala Demubet, 84b, but according to Abaye, klal la'atuye basar chazir. Kazeh is lemiute leploni, coming to exclude for ploni. Okay? Fine. Meitvei. We're going to ask the following question. Okay? Hareze gitech aminat shetochli basar chazir. He comes and he says like this. He says, this is your get on condition, right? He says, this is your get on condition that you're going to eat basar chazir. Yeah? Veimaita zara. Now, what happens right now, if she's a zara, it means she's not a kohenet. And he tells her, on condition you eat truma. If she's a nizira, on condition you drink wine. Is a get, get. According to Rava, this is actually perfect. But that's what Rava said. Rava said, what do I care that she's being over an isur? She should be over the isur and get the get. But according to Abaye, this is the question. Why? Because we said that this doesn't work. Abaye is going to answer you, do you think that this is actually going to everybody? How many? Who's this? This is going to the rabbis. The rabbis argue on Rabbi Yehuda ben Tema. So since they argue on Rabbi Yehuda ben Tema, so therefore that's why this is their shita. So says the Gemara, he says, I don't understand you. Why don't you just say that this guy's making a condition on that which is written in the Torah? And anybody that makes a condition on that which is written in the Torah, it's no batel, it's nothing. So answers the Gemara. Amar Ravada Bered Ravika says Ravada Bered Ravika ki amrina and matele mashkudu b'Torah Torah batel. When do we say that if somebody is going to be matele mashkudu b'Torah it's Torah batel? Kegon, for example, she'era kesuta ve'onata tu kakar. If he's uprooting she'er kesut ve'ona, which is basically the food, the clothing, and the relations from his wife, that is doraita. Aval hacha, but in our case, ihi kaka, she's the one that's okay at the din of the Torah, not him. Meaning when she's mekayim the Tanai, she's the one that's doing it. He's not uprooting it. He's telling her, you want the get, Drink wine. You're in a zira. That's not my problem. That's your problem. I'm not uprooting anything. I told you. You want the get? Take it.
And the pig?
The same thing, right? You want your get? Do it. But I'm not doing it. So he says, so Mati, Ravina comes and he says, Klum ka'akra ihi elel. One second, but she's only uprooting it, right? Just to be Mekayem his tie. By the way, the pig you could also answer because we didn't bring down the pig. The pig was different because at the end of the day, the pig is a asur to all Jews. Here, it's only because she has a technical issue. She's an Izira, or she's not a Kohenet, or she's you understand? It's a technical issue. So he says, but here, anyway, the Gemara asks, at the end of the day, she's only uprooting it just to be fulfilling his Tanai. So he's the one that's uprooting it, not her, right? Ishtachadiu kaka. Elam Ravina, but rather Ravina comes and he says, Ki amrin al matne al mashekatu b'Torah b'tno batel. When do we say that if somebody's going to be matne al mashekatu b'Torah, that the Tanai is going to be batel? For sure you're uprooting it. But over here, we could tell her, you know what, maybe you just don't want to eat it. Don't eat it, no, get divorced. Meaning it's not a certain, to do with the ksherak sutava, the husband's uprooting it, but if he's not giving it, so that's it. He's not giving tashmish, he's not giving mezunol, parnasavada. So okay, he uproots it. Here, whoever told you to get divorced? You want to take a divorce, it's your problem, not my problem. Fine. So says the Gemara, how do you do? You take the get back and you have to say, Man Tana, who's this? The Tanyas we learned in the Braita. Says, until you're going to take it, right? And you're going to give it to her and you're going to say, this is your get. Okay, Rabbi Yochanan comes and he says, even if you're going to tell me that it's Shitat Rabbi, Dilechon, your Chacham, which is basically Rav Kahana that came from Oziel, Amar Shaniach, it's different here. Once she already acquired it the first time around, even though it wasn't a good acquirement, because at the end of the day he had to take it back and give it back to her again and say, she's already psula to the kiuna. Remember, the second that she gets a get, she can't get married to a Kohen. She's a grusha. So it means even though he took it back and he had to give it back again, the second he gave it to her the first time, that's it. She's prohibited from the kiuna. Okay? What happens if he wrote it inside? Ketavo betocho. He wrote the words Ella leploni inside the get. Harea mutar lechol adam Ella leploni. He wrote it in the get. Amar Rav says, Amar Rav Safra says, Ketavo betocho tran. That's what we're talking about. Says Pshita Ketavo betocho tran. Obviously, we're talking about Ketavo betocho. So says the Gemara, Mao the tema. I would have thought to say one of these words, Lachar Torah, after the main part of the get. But if she wrote it before the Torah is the main part of the get. Afilu balpeh, or even if it was going to be balpeh nami pasul, it's going to be pasul. Kamash Moran comes teach you that we don't say this. But Rava says, this is only after the Torah. But before the Torah, afilu balpeh nami pasul. Even if it's going to be balpeh, it's also going to be a soul. Okay? Rava goes according to his reasoning. Rava says, to the people that write the gets, make sure that the husband is quiet, but he doesn't say any tzaraim. Until you write the Torah. Meaning, make sure that until you don't finish the main part of the get, the husband's quiet. Tell him he has to do ta'ani dibur. Yeah, why? You don't want because if he's going to start mentioning conditions, that's it. Make sure you write the main part of the get, and afterwards he can say whatever he wants. Okay? Tenu Rabbanan, we learned to the Braita. Kol ha'tanaim poslim beget divrei Rabbi. According to Rabbi, all the tanaim are posel in a get. Okay? The Chachamim say, Kol sheposel balpeh, posel biktav. Anything which is posel balpeh, it's posel biktav. The Kol she'eno posel balpeh, if it doesn't posel orally, so it's not going to be posel biktav. Chutz sheposel balpeh, if the word chutz, remember the word chutz, you're allowed to get married to everybody except for, so that's going to be posel balpeh, it's going to be posel biktav. But almenat, which is not going to be posel balpeh, is not going to be posel biktav. Amar Rabbi Zera says Rabbi Zera, the machloket is only going to be lifnei Torah, before the Torah. The Rebbe Savar Gazrinam, the Rebbe says that we're going to make a decree. Almenat atu chutz. We're going to make a decree almenat because of chutz. Meaning, if you remember, we said that almenat was much lighter than chutz. Chutz was no good, but almenat was okay. So, but we make a gezerah almenat because of chutz. Right? Rabbanan sabri, Rabbanan hold lo gazrin. We do not make a decree almenat atu chutz. Aval le'achar Torah, but after the Torah. Let's go to the Mishnah. Upe Amud Aleph. Divrei Hakol, according to everybody, it's going to be kasher. 85a, right on the top, just going to the Mishnah. Umatnitin diktani ketavo, and our Mishnah that says ketavo, that we wrote it inside of it, that is going to be pasul. Ve'okimna, we were talking about the word chutz. Aval be'almenat lo pasil, but in the word almenat, we were not making pasul. Ibaitema lifnei hatoref, either we're talking about before the toref, right, and it's going according to Rabbanan. Ibaitema after the toref, and it's going according to everybody. But Rava comes and he says the machloket between Rabbi and Chachamim, whether the Tnai, which is written in a get, is going to be okay or not, le'achar hatoref. The Rabbi savar gazrinan atu lifnei hatoref, because Rabbi holds that we make a gezerah before the toref. But Rabbanan Savrin, the rabbis hold lo gazrinan atu lifnei. We do not make a gezerah before the toref. Aval lifnei hatoref, but before the toref, divrei hakol pasul. According to everybody, it's going to be pasul. Umatniti diktani, in our Mishnah that we learned, ketavo, that you wrote it inside of it, and we said that it's going to be chutz. Aval menat lo pasil is only talking about after the Torah according to Rabbanan, right? The Tanya vie avua, sorry, the Rabbi Yavin comment Rabbi Zira, katav get al tnai l'divrei hakol pasul. If you wrote a get on tnai, right, for sure it's going to be pasul according to everybody. So says the Gemara, what are you talking about according to everybody? We just said that it's going to be kosher. It was a machloket. We just said Rabbi said pasul. The Chachamim said it's going to be kosher. The divrei hakol pasul. But mifle plige. So elaim, rather you have to say the divrei hakol kasher. According to everybody, kasher. When is this? After the Torah. After the Torah, according to everybody, kasher. Before the Torah, it's a machloket. Belema hareze pasul veRebbi. Why don't you just say it's pasul and it's going according to Rabbi? So Tana divrei hakol atrim. We wanted to go according to divrei hakol. Kasher bepasul michlafle. Then everyone's going to say whether it's kasher pasul hareze divrei hakol lo michlafle. But if you say divrei hakol, meaning if you're going to say, kasher and pasul, sometimes you could get confused. Did he say kasher? But if you say according to everybody, nobody gets confused. So because of that, that's why we're going to say that lo michlafle, we're not going to get confused.